faithfully exercise my duties.
We move to offer a contract to Byron Brown to be the next President CEO of Western Regional Off-Track Betting.
Today, I'm announcing my plans to resign as mayor of Buffalo in the coming weeks. Tuesday, this is my last day in office as mayor of the city of Buffalo. I thank you. I love you. God bless the great city of Buffalo. Thank you all very much.
The nameplates are changed. Byron Brown is out at City Hall, and the council president, Scanlon, is now the Queen City's acting mayor. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, the city of Buffalo is turning to a new chapter of leadership.
The baton pass happened early this morning. News 4's Patrick Ryan sat down with the acting mayor and shares his vision for the community. Patrick.
David Jordan, after nearly 2 decades on the job, the Byron Brown era has come to an end in the Queen City. As of 9 this morning, longtime South District Councilman Scanlon is now acting mayor of Buffalo. With a briefcase in his hand, Scanlon made his way up the steps of City Hall for his first day on the job. He was greeted by a long line of city employees he'll now be in charge of shepherding. In his first press briefing as Buffalo's interim CEO, Scanlon said he believes his 12 years on the Common Council uniquely prepared him to lead the city. In a sit-down interview, Scanlon told us he's ready to take the city to a new level. Buffalo's finances are at the top of his priority list, in addition to having a clean, safe, and innovative community.
I'd love to collaborate, work together with people. So whether it's my colleagues on the council, the controller, but most importantly, with the residents of the city of Buffalo. I plan to collaborate. I think you'll see a tremendous amount of communication and transparency coming out of this office so that the residents know what's going on in this building, so they are informed. I think that's paramount to our success.
When it comes to the city's finances, Scanlon believes his relationships with council members and the comptroller will help address a budget deficit he says clocks in at tens of millions of dollars. Scanlon tells us a multi-year compromise of cuts and increased revenues should help right the ship. And coming up at 5 o'clock, we asked the newly minted acting mayor how he plans to be a leader for every Queen City resident. And later at 6, we'll have more of Scanlon's thoughts on balancing the city checkbook. Patrick Ryan, News 4.
Patrick, thank you. With 2 decades as mayor, Brown is now looking to a whole new future. The top man at Western Regional OTB. News 4's Marley Tuskus sat down with Brown for a one-on-one to reflect on his career and what he calls his biggest accomplishment as mayor, the economic growth in the Queen City.
If there's one word Byron Brown would like to use to describe his nearly 2 decades in office, it's transformational.
A lot has changed in the city of Buffalo. Incomes have gone up, property values have gone up, new buildings have gone up all across the city. Poverty has gone down, the population has gone up. In many ways, it's a different Buffalo. It's a new Buffalo. So help me God.
Brown was first sworn in as the city of Buffalo's 62nd mayor on January 1st, 2006. He sat down with News 4 in the days leading up to his departure to take on a new role as the president and CEO of Western Regional Off-Track Betting. He says he wants his time leading the Queen City to be remembered for building up Buffalo.
That's why I leaned into economic development so much. That's why I made it so much of a focus to build things in different parts of the city, to help businesses grow in different parts of the city, and to see more people working in our city.
Brown says the Northland Workforce Training Center in the city's Grider neighborhood is a clear example of how government can invest in its community for a brighter future.
Now over $150 million of build out and development, banking institution there in Northland, a restaurant in Northland, over 500 people who have graduated and gone on to family-sustaining jobs from Northland. That really, to me, symbolizes our focus on development.
Brown says he's choosing to focus on what he accomplished while mayor rather than what he's leaving without completing.
When you leave office, there are always many things that you were not able to do, that you would have liked to have done, that you had a vision to do. But I think more important than that are the many things that we did do. The record investment in our youth. We were able to demolish over 8,000 vacant, unsalvageable structures in the city. The new buildings that have gone up in just about every section of the city of Buffalo. We checked a lot of boxes. We got a lot of things that we wanted to do done.
A focus on diversity is also a point of pride for Brown, who says the city of Buffalo has the most diverse workforce in its history, ensuring City Hall looks like the community being served. Reporting, Marley Tuskus, News 4.